Hi, I'm Brian Reisdorf with ProMAX Systems, and I'm here in this nice tranquil place to talk about the thing that stresses out every post-production supervisor and post-production manager, and that is a major hardware failure. It's one of those things that we will all encounter, and it's awful when it happens. And there's a few things that we can do to kind of prepare ourselves and come out on top when something major goes down. The first thing is take the time to make a plan. This sounds silly, but take a day a month or a day a quarter and go through and understand what can fail in your infrastructure and where your choke points are, and collect that information and have a bit of a plan so that when something happens, you know how to act, because you are the captain of your production ship, and your editors and your producers are going to come to you when something goes down. And if you don't have a plan, they're going to know, and that can be a problem. And I'll explain that in a little bit. So the second thing is, along the lines of creating a plan, go through and take a look at your infrastructure, and it's good to understand, where things could go bad that would stop you cold. If you have a storage system that's not redundant, or if you recover things from archive or LTO or cloud systems, on a regular basis, a hardware failure can absolutely, or a major system failure rather, can absolutely be in the form of a major cloud service going down, and suddenly you don't have access to a method of organization or data that you normally have access to, or even stock footage in some cases. All of that can affect your production time. So have a plan, have a backup, and understand what those elements are that can go down, that can cause a problem. If you have hardware that can potentially cause a problem, absolutely spend an hour, get the model numbers, get the model names, put it all on a piece of paper, get the support numbers for the companies that support it, and get it on a piece of paper so that you can go straight to that, or you can email it out to the people that can. Just having that information at hand is awesome. Even if an IT team is supporting you, you are probably going to be the driver of those fixes. So having that information to hand them out right, it's going to move the needle forward a lot faster. The third thing is, make sure you communicate your plan as it happens. We work with editors and producers and all kinds of tech-savvy people who, they work on deadlines, they got things to do. And if they're not hearing about how things are going, well, they tend to kind of solve things on their own, or try to. And that can involve external hard drives, data duplication in ways that you weren't expecting, files being transferred insecurely, missing files, if there's only new stuff, that are offline, if something happens to storage. There's a lot of things that can go sideways. So make sure you communicate, make sure everybody on your team knows what's going on so they know what to expect. Otherwise, they're going to do something themselves, and that can be a bigger problem than the actual hardware failure. So keep that in mind. Definitely make a plan, get ahead of the game on this thing. It is one of those things that, we hope that we'll never have to utilize, but if we do, we're happy that we spent the time to do it ahead of time. All right, thanks.